On location, and we were here at Matsuricon 2013 with Sean Schemmel.
Hey.
How'd you get started in the world of voice acting, Sean?
Well, there's a short story and a long story for this. For the purposes of this interview, I will do the short story, which is there's open casting call in the paper. Many of my friends said, "You're great at voices. You should go audition." And I'm like, "I don't want to. I'd rather be a French horn teacher, player." And they go, "You should go." And they kept pressuring me. And then I acquiesced and I auditioned for Dragon Ball Z and got the part of Goku.
Speaking of, Dragon Ball is a very popular series that brought a lot of fans when it first started airing on Toonami. How has the experience been being a part of this phenomenon? I think is the best way to describe it.
I would use the word surreal and awesome in either order. To go into more detail, it's kind of like winning the lottery every day without the money, that's neither here nor there. But it's like that feeling of just, and it's not like waking up in the morning, oh man, I'm Goku, it's awesome. It's not like that. Yeah. It's more like I forget that I play that part when I'm at home, and I forget about it, but then I'll be cruising the web or get there'll be like a Google alert. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do this for a living, And what's really been surreal is because of YouTube and because of social media and the internet, I get recognized more in public, which is kind of a good and a bad thing. I mean, the day before I came to Matsuricon, I was at Guitar Center messing around with some guitars, and two kids recognized me. Said, "I didn't know Goku could shred." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know if I can shred yet, but I was trying to shred." So that was kind of, they were nice kids and very sweet and very, very respectful. But sometimes you just want your privacy, and you don't always get it. And that'd be a lot easier to deal with if you had a giant crew of people to and be shuffled away somewhere.
Life handlers,
which I can't afford yet. So maybe someday. But yeah, but as far as having that impact on people and knowing that, actually, my friend Ralph's a bit of a biologist, and I go, "What's it like? Little kids, their brains are growing and their neural networks are weaving together, and your voice is vibrating into their heads every day. It's like it's almost like you're being put into their DNA as they grow, because it's harder for you. Like, how many people become fans of things in their 40s? They do, but not when you're little. You're a fan of this and you're a fan of that, and it gets put into your consciousness because you're growing and your brain's knitting itself together, so to speak. So I sat down and thought about that one day in terms of the vibrations of my voice, and because I get fan mail from the Middle East, I get fan mail from South Africa, and I'm like, it was overwhelming how weird that is as a person, because of the power of cameras, social media, media in general. I mean, that's been going on since the camera was invented, So it's freaky. It freaks you out to this day after 13, 14 years of doing it. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Now, how was it like playing Bruce Wayne in Batman, knowing that you would be being placed in the role that Kevin Conroy played?
I didn't know Kevin Conroy. I love him as a voice. He's tremendous, and I've never met the man, but I hope to. I don't know that particular project, because when I auditioned, I was instructed. I can talk about it now, of course, but it was a Warner Brothers title. Through Gameloft, and I was required to do my best Christian Bale. So after I got the part, I went and watched Batman a whole bunch, and I actually went into my Pro Tools and I imported the movie, and then every single time he talks, I clip that out, and then I put it in my phone and listened to it over and over when I was going back and forth to sessions to make sure that I was close to the Christian Bale style Batman. The hard part about doing that is doing Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne is really difficult, because usually there's some kind of distinct hook. Like with Batman, there's the gruff voice, so that's a distinct hook. Christian Bale has a very smooth voice. It's a very subtle way of speaking, so he doesn't have like a thick accent. It was very difficult to hook into what he was doing as Bruce Wayne. Made it more, of course, about the acting than a unique part of the voice, whereas the Batman was just, "You're doing the whole, where's the Joker?" You're doing the whole, "I'm mad at the world" thing. So that was thrilling, but I didn't think about Kevin Conroy only because I knew from the get-go it was a Christian Bale thing. Yeah. So, and of course he's tremendous in those films. So, but it was exciting. I think the part for me, sorry, I'm digressing. It was just exciting to be playing Batman, because I would say that Batman is probably playing Batman, and even though that game is not a large console game, but still a really good game. That's up there with Goku, because when I was a kid, I wanted to be Batman, you know. So it was pretty darn thrilling. It didn't sink in until after the first set. I'm like, wait a second, I'm getting to play Batman like officially. Holy crap! So that was really thrilling. Yeah.
All right. Now, not only do you voice act, but you also write. How do the two supplement each other and feed off each other in your work?
Well, what really helps in terms of voice acting is actually directing other actors. I get so many good ideas and so many good voice acting techniques and so many fresh ideas from watching other voice actors work in the booth. I haven't been directing and writing for a number of years, and it's something I just worked on a pilot for. It wasn't an anime. It was just another project that came through me, and I got to do a little bit of that for 2 days, and I missed it. When I'm doing both, voice acting and directing or writing, I really feel more complete as a talent. There's always kind of a missing part, so I feel really good when I'm doing that. But how it affects me as a voice actor, it definitely helped me learn how to flap better and how to come up with ideas in the booth, because when you're writing, you're coming up with new ways to translate a loose Japanese translated script into English, and that muscle, so to speak, gets worked to the point to where when you're in the booth and they need you to come up with something or need to improv, it helps you become a quicker voice actor. It also helps you work faster. So there's that, but creatively and artistically, I really get more from directing other voice actors in terms of making up new voices and acting style than I do writing. So yeah.
Sounds great. Now, you're also a musician. Who inspired you to get into music? Do you have any genres or artists that really
getting to music,
hit a nail?
That's a weird story. They do these band recruiting things in Texas where they're just trying to get kids to be in band, and I did not know I liked the sound of the horn because I'd heard it a lot, but I didn't know what it looked like. And then I saw that movie Fame, and the guy's playing Mozart's Third Horn Concerto, last movement, on the toilet. And then it was two things that was exciting about that. One, I linked up in my head what instrument was that was sounding so cool that I had heard with the visual of the. And two, I thought it was hilarious this guy was playing French horn on the toilet, because I love comedy, and so I was like, I'm going to do that. And then there was also a voice in my head that said I must go to the band hall and play. It was a weird experience. That I must play the horn. I must do this. So it was like this weird magic voice in my head. And so I went to the band hall and said, I got to play the horn, I got to play the horn, I got to play the horn. And I did that for 20 years. I still love the instrument, but now I'm playing electric guitar and I play bass. I'm a huge, huge Rush fan. Rush inspired me to be a 3-year All-Stater, make an All-State band. I was practicing all the time. A lot of life philosophies I gleaned from that band. I'm a huge Yes fan. I like Michael Manring. He's amazing. There's a lot of different music that I really like. It's weird though, because I get caught in loops of music where I don't listen to new music. So my girlfriend's very responsible for helping me. She goes, "No, listen to some." She listens to a much wider selection of music than I do. And right now I'm kind of focused on electric guitar, and just because I want to learn how to improvise on guitar, because you don't really get to do that. And you can do it on the horn, but every time I hear a horn player do it, it sounds stupid.
You have more control over the frets.
Yeah, well, you have more control, and it's easier to get around, and you got chords you can deal with, and on a horn, you can do improvise on the horn. There are guys that do it, but to me, it just sounds stupid, and I'm sorry, guys, who do that, but it sounds stupid, and that's why you don't have that many people in your audience. It's not cool. Like, I'm grooving, I'm doing jazz on the horn. I'm like, really? It's really stupid. So you just rather hear a trombone player do it. That's the way I feel anyway. So right now I'm focused on guitar and writing music. And figuring out what my voice is on that instrument, and I'm really into that sort of thing, and singing and writing parodies, and I like writing parodies and crap, and so yeah. I hope that answers your question.
Oh, definitely does. All right. Now you're a big video game player.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorites, and do you play through the games that you contribute your voice to?
I do play those games. I play Animal Crossing on my 3DS. I play Persona 4 Golden and Dead or Alive on my Vita, and I play Fire Emblem. My girlfriend is addicted to a Zombie Wood on her iPhone, which I voiced the director in that. And he goes, you like this? Do this. It's supposed to be like kind of a Martin Scorsese thing. And she'll be on the couch playing for hours, and I want like attention, and then she'll turn up the volume, and my voice comes out, and I'm like, it's hard for me to argue. I'm like, well, she is playing a game I'm in, so do I really need the attention right now? She just smiles, like, I'm playing. Smile she gives me, and I'm like, well, she plays somebody else's game, goddammit, I'll kill them. No, I'm kidding. No, and we play Borderlands together, which we affectionately call Bonerlands because we think it's funny. But what's weird is I love Borderlands 2. I think it's a great game. We bought another Xbox and a TV to play it, but we got so addicted to one. Borderlands 2 is obviously a better game, but for some reason there's so many elements of one I love that I'm like, we haven't finished 2 because we keep going back and playing 1 because there were some stylized elements in the 1 and some looseness of the game that everything got so polished in 2 that and there were certain things they took out that I loved, and I can tell objectively it's like, okay, it's obviously a better game, but I'm just not enjoying it as much as 1. I love Skyrim, and I was really flattered when I don't play the PC version, when somebody online took my Kamehameha and stuck it in one of the power moves as a mod for Skyrim. So that was pretty flattering, pretty exciting. I was like, whoa, I'm in Skyrim illegally. Awesome. I don't know if it's, I think the people at Skyrim allow people to mod the game, so it's only illegal in the sense that they rip the voice from, which I don't have the rights to. So yeah, there's that. What else do I play? What else have I been addicted to? I think that's it for now. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing. My town is called Hell, and my character's name is Satan. And then I take screenshots of him doing typically Satan stuff, like Jesus sucks. I mean, I don't mean that Jesus sucks, but it's like I'll take a screenshot, Jesus, and he'll be doing like real asshole things because he's Satan, and and he's running around. I take screenshots and put it on my Twitter feed. So some of them are really inappropriate, but I don't care because I don't believe in censorship. But yeah, anyway, anything else?
Oh yeah.
We got photobombed by, ladies and gentlemen, John Swayze.
All right.
No, wait, I should have said John. I should have said we got photobombed by John Swayze. I should have said, ladies and gentlemen, Don Swayze. Don Swayze. That was Don Swayze, by the way. Don Swayze. Yeah. Which is a long Walker, Texas Ranger inside joke. Hey, look it up. Oh, no. Yes, what else?
All right, what else? Let's see. Tell us about the nominations and the several awards that you have won in your work in audio.
Oh yeah, I'm like the worst audiobook guy ever, but yet I've won a couple awards for doing it. In other words, I'm not really fast. I'm fast in the booth. I'm not fast with audiobooks. I don't think it's ADD. I was nominated for the book Shit My Dad Says by Justin Halpern, which is a really popular Twitter feed. I was nominated for an audio on that in 2011, which is the highest award you can win for an audiobook. And I was nominated. I was up against Jon Stewart and several other famous names, which was really thrilling just to be in that company. I lost, but I was nominated. In 2013, the sequel we recorded called I Suck at Girls, which is the sequel to Shit My Dad Says, which is about Justin's foray into exploring his travels throughout the world and dating women and the advice his dad gave him. I was up against Stephen Colbert and a few other famous names, and I won, which was really exciting. However, my publisher kept the award, which I thought was hilarious. They give you an award, and then they go, oh, yeah, we're keeping it. I'm like, where's mine? I forget I do an award ceremony. Really, give the talent who won the award. Yeah. So I probably won't work at audiobooks again. I don't really care. That's not my thing. I like animation. I enjoyed those books, and I love Justin for writing those books. They're hilarious, and his dad's hilarious. I don't know him personally. I've only tweeted with him a couple times. And apparently I got the voice entirely wrong. I wanted to call him before, but we didn't have time, and I don't know that I was allowed to. They didn't really say no, but I did kind of an impression, like a guy who's like, talking like this. But when I tweeted him, he goes, my dad sounds more like Foghorn Leghorn. So I said, I can see how that works with those. Yeah, I could do a whole Foghorn Leghorn. I'll say, son. I said, I could have done that if I'd known. And I definitely can do a Justin Halpern, because I saw Justin in an interview, and I could definitely do an impression of him. So I was like, man, if I'd known that, I would have done the book totally differently. But people still love it, and they think it's funny. So, yeah, it was really weird to be nominated in such an incredible company. I'm a huge Stephen Colbert fan. I think he's actually a bona fide genius. Not just, I think he's a genius when people throw that word, misuse that word, like actually a genius, like would be testing as a genius. Mark Twain of our times, probably. I would definitely say he is. So, yeah, that's that.
All right.
Sorry.
Is there any way fans can keep
I love
up
watching you react to my tangential ADD style. It's like you're blinking. Wait, is he done? Wait, shit, he's doing more. No, you're great.
Yeah, you gotta keep that reaction going. Gotta be ready for anything.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any way fans can keep up with you online and see what you're up to?
At Sean Schemmel on my Twitter. My Facebook, there's an official page. It says the official Sean Schemmel page, and I think it's facebook.com/ official Sean Schemmel page or something like that. And I haven't been super active on that. That's going to be cranking up in 2014. I'm also be starting my own website in 2014, probably, hopefully by the end of 2013. And just as much as I appreciate Facebook for its networking ability, there's a lot I don't like about it, so I want to kind of have my own page. And I will be doing a Vine account at some point, and I'll be doing more videos on my YouTube channel, which I think is SolarMax 20 or 21 or something like that. I got some funny videos up there right now that I enjoy if you want to go check it out. Anyway, so there's that, yeah.
All right, wonderful. Are there any current or upcoming projects that you can discuss with fans, and do you have any final words?
I don't know anything about Battle of the Gods. If I did, I'd say, hey, I know something about Battle of the Gods, but I can't tell you. So when I get asked many times a day, and I've published it on my fan club page, I love you guys, but when I have a giant thread that says, then I get an email that says, hey, what do you know about Battle of the Gods? Like, did you not see the post where I tell you I don't know anything about it? I don't know anything at all. I don't work at Funimation Corporate. I don't hang out with Gen Fukunaga. I don't walk into Funimation offices. I fly in, I be Goku, and then I go home. Now, guys like Chris Sabat, he doesn't know anything, by the way, but he's more closely Justin Cook, who works at Funimation. He's actually on the premises on a daily basis. Mike McFarlane's on the premises on a daily basis. They probably don't know anything either, but they would be a more likelier candidate than me, who's been in New York for 10 years, and now I'm in LA. I don't know anything. And if I did, now I'm never going to tell you. Because I'm mad. No, I'm kidding. They'll tell you. Funimation will tell you if they do it. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm working on Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal right now. There's a possibility. I think I can say there's a possibility that we will be doing the Boo Saga for Kai. I think that's probably coming up. There's a very high likelihood of that. I don't know if we can officially announce it, but I know that they're working on that. So hopefully we'll do I'm sorry to take the mic, but I was like, I want to be really clear. Put this all over the place. Yeah. Don't ask. And then, of course, kids will be smart. Hey, you know anything about Battle of the Gods? Oh, I'm funny. Like, yeah. No, sorry. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this. This is great.
Oh, yeah.
Are you in a cosplay, or is this just your style? You're just cool.
No, I got it from Topshop. I was in New York.
Wow, yeah. Wow. I feel like it's like something you either stole off a car and then put, like, you know, it's like, hey, man, that ornament, I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. So I'll interview you. So tell me about your fashion. Welcome to Fashion Talk with Goku. Chance to come to Matsuricon in the future. I strongly recommend it. And try the fish.